A whole bunch of them. My kids go crazy for Beyblades.
Yeah, these are stuff from Jurassic World. From Jurassic World? Yes. What's this? I have no idea. Wizarding World? Everything.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Nashville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now on 2nd and 16, Tannehill on the move to his left. That's going to be caught by C.J. Board. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
43 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are on the board here first in the season opener. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Harris now to return. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Here's Jackson to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Touchdown Giants. Darius Slayton. 34 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tannehill. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeaux. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it, and the Titans are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tannehill to the sideline. Randy Bullock out now for the Tennessee field goal. Bullock's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Back to throw again. James has got it. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Touchdown! Lawrence Cager, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 6 yards left on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Gano's kick is good, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On third down, Barkley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this returnable for Harris. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. When you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Wide open receiver complete. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And right side, Henry's got it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Tannehill. Hard throw, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short in that 4th quarter.
Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Off play action, Tannehill. And outbounds right around the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Tannehill. And it's caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. He's got Bellinger. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Jones. To Barkley on the check down. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. To throw is Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Jones escaping the pressure right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Jones. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Throwing, Tannehill. Got his man, it's Woods. And he'll be brought down after a nice gain, a pickup of 20. Here's Tannehill. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1. And one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Giants, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on.
If I